Okay, Stuart, a good afternoon for Reds fans. Really, there was a heart in the mouth moment when the Blues drew level, but all in all, they'll be pleased with the result.
Oh yeah, absolutely excellent for United fans. I think there were a lot of nervous United fans going into this match because United, obviously they were top of the league anyway, but defence has been a little bit fragile. I think knowing the quality of City's attack, no matter who they chose, I think there's very much a lot of trepidation amongst United ranks what they might do to United's defence. And the other big question mark that people were worried about, United fans were worried about, was how the manager would go about the derby. They were very, very disappointed last April when it was a pretty negative side he put out, and United didn't offer anything. Didn't even have a shot on target, which is so unlike United. And it kind of handed City the title initiative. But you saw the team sheet yesterday, very much an attacking formation. Still very much this diamond, which the manager's trying to integrate. But it looked good because he also had two wide men in Ashley Young and Antonio Valencia, and that's what United is all about. And I think it was that really got them, got the foothold in the game, because they broke at speed, the tempo was very, very high, counter-attack was fantastic, which was just what United have done all of the years. And it rocked City, and they got the 2 goals because of it. Second half then became a bit of a backs to the wall as City responded, as you expected they would do. But in the end, possibly you might argue a draw would be the fair result. But United did score a good goal that was chalked off, so possibly justice was done in the end.
Yeah, and talking about the tactics now, Fergie got his absolutely spot on. Did it cost City in fielding Balotelli rather than starting with Tevez, who came in and took the game by the scruff of the neck? Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I don't see City that often because I follow Manchester United, but I know Tevez from his time at United, and I know what it gives you, and it gives you, tempo, and he's always at the opposition, never lets you rest. And I think in a derby that's what you need, and Balotelli is the complete opposite. I think he's a talent, but I spoke to City fans before the game. They were all very, very nervous that Balotelli wouldn't even last, say, 20 minutes in that kind of frantic atmosphere, because they thought he might get sent off. I didn't think he offered a lot, but Tevez changed the game around without a shadow of doubt in that second half. I did argue in my match verdict that from United's point of view, whether Fergie had actually hoodwinked Roberto Mancini into playing Balotelli, because before the Cluj game last midweek, the manager was saying that if United continue with that comic defending like they had done at Reading, if they continue with that against City, then they would be in big trouble, because he said they've got big players like Edin Dzeko and Mario Balotelli. Now I think that was pretty clever on Fergie's behalf, because I think he was sowing the seed that United were frightened of the big men. To be quite honest, I think they're more frightened of Tevez and Sergio Aguero playing together. So if that was premeditated by Sir Alex Ferguson, it was classic Fergie mind games, because it worked, because I think everyone was shocked that Balotelli played, and it didn't pay off for City.
Just turning towards the rather unsavoury incident at the end of the game when Rio Ferdinand was hit by a coin. There was coins being thrown throughout the match. Yeah. City have apologised to him, but what's to be done about this?
I don't know. I was going to say you can appeal to people's better nature, but I think some certain sections of society these days haven't got a better nature. The only thing you can do is what City have done, and that is identify the person, and then you ban them. Now, if he's a true City fan, a true football fan, that's going to hurt him, that person, badly, because he won't be able to go back there again, hopefully. It was an horrible incident, because this was Manchester, the focus of the world. We are the like to say the capital of football at the moment. Premier League is arguably the best league in the world, and with the top two sides in the country. So technically, we're the top two sides in the world at the moment. For people wanted to see it, and the players dished up an absolute extravaganza that the Premier League in England and Manchester can be very, very proud of, and it was just such a shame that at the end that happened. And I do have to say, I mean, Rio Ferdinand's been quite upbeat about it and jokey on his Twitter account, but I saw it again, in slow motion, and he was a very, very lucky man. That coin could have done damage to his eye. I'm not saying taking his eye out, but it literally could have blinded him. And I think he's extremely fortunate, and I think we all have to say thank you for that, because had it wrecked his career, then how would that reflect on Manchester? I think that person needs to look at themselves and think, well, I don't know what to think for them. It's just ridiculous, basically. And, presumably that person would be banned. And like I said before, that is the only way forward.